guys, look at these crazy mushrooms. Here, my hand for like size shape. These are huge. They're so weird. Headed out to the garden to cut some flowers. I did this last night. I actually cut myself like a little bouquet of zinnias, and I really liked it, so I'm gonna cut myself some more. Figured y'all could tag along. We could have a little chat. All right, so the garden is a lot more overgrown since the last time I showed it to you guys. It's in its early or late season. I don't know what you'd call this. I mean, it's abundance, but it's a little unruly. It's a little wild. I'm fine with it. Right now is not the optimal time to be cutting flowers. Normally you cut flowers in the early morning. That's when they're at their best, but I'm just cutting this bouquet for myself and I don't really care. So I'm just gonna go ahead and we'll just do it.
Can I cut one too?
Yep, you got it. Oh, very nice, thank you. Amazing stem length you got there. You cut them with a little bit more stem, not so close to the top, because then they're not, okay, well. It is what it is. If you have kids, this is always like, they just chop off their heads. So that's fine, that's fine. I am getting eaten at by mosquitoes out here. There are a lot of mosquitoes out here. There's normally not that many, but the past few days, it has been unrelenting. You come outside and just, we had mosquitoes in our house, which hasn't happened.
Chicken, get out of my garden.
That's okay. Chicky's eating the volunteer tomato plants. Why don't you eat some mosquitoes, Chicky? Okay, the mosquitoes are so bad. I'm relocating to another patch that I grew over here, just a few zinnia plants. All these are volunteers, or no, not volunteers. All of these are seeds saved from seeds that were saved from seeds that were saved from seeds, years. So I just have a ton of them and I just kind of put them everywhere. So going over here to this other patch. So they're all very different.
My flower.
Got lots of different colors, and these are kind of on their way out, really. You've seen better days.
I got my flower.
Oh, this is a really pretty color one. Look at this one.
Ooh, nice.
I really like that color. That's the best.
Like,
One right here. Can you see this? Caterpillar. And then there's two on this leaf. Look at that. Look at them. There's one on the top and one on the bottom. Anyway, I found that very exciting. I plant milkweed lots of places just for the monarch caterpillars, and I've seen a lot of them lately. I could show you the ones in the garden too. We'd have to go back over there and fight the mosquitoes, which are over here as well. And my helper has absconded with my scissors. That's fine. Let's just chat. I have not been on here lately. Now you're not supposed to start a video with that, but I haven't. But it ties into what I'm going to say. I've taken a break from social media. Not a huge break because I'm still on it, and honestly I've been on it more than some people would, but for me it was definitely a break, and there was a reason for that. It was starting to get to me. Just the world right now has really been getting to me, and social media was starting to be a big part of that. I would go on and just feel and icky and not good. And so it was like kind of a two-part problem. Number one, since the whole health crisis has come about, I have shifted my energies from doing work-related things to being at home and doing home-related things and homeschool and stuff like that. And when I'm online, I've discovered that it was very much a culture of look at me, look at all the awesome stuff I'm doing, look at how great I am at being an entrepreneur. And I no longer had anything to show, and it made me feel inadequate and like I wasn't doing a good job. There's a lesson to be learned there. But oh, there's a bunny rabbit. The other thing was I have been feeling really down lately. Honestly, just down with the whole everything, not in a good headspace. And I didn't want to show up on social media, on Instagram or here or Facebook. I try not to go there too much. But definitely not here if I was just going to be like whiny and not happy and doomy and gloomy. I can get pretty doomy and gloomy. So I just stayed away. I was like, I have nothing good to say. I have nothing happy, uplifting to say. So I'm just not going to say anything at all. So I just stayed off of social media. I'm coming back now because I need to change. I'm coming back now because I need to change. And maybe you feel the same way, and maybe you need a change as well. So I'll tell you what I have been doing that, I have good days and bad days, but I'll tell you what I've been doing that is not working for me right now. But first, I'm going to show you this ironweed because it's beautiful. So this is ironweed. It's a aster. It's native to where we live. I love it. It's purple. It gets huge and like really big and tall. Much taller than me, and it looks great. Normally the goldenrod is also blooming at the same time, so it's like purple and gold in like all the fields, and it's just beautiful. And I'm sure as we walk, maybe we'll see some taller ones, or maybe even some goldenrod. And then I'm like, I would take these. These are like the dried seed heads, and plant them, but I already have it, so I don't really need to plant them. Maybe I'll take some and send them to friends. But back to what's going on. To give you an indication, one example of my doom scrolling and how bad it got, I was frequenting a subreddit. I don't know if you know what Reddit is. It's like what we used to call message boards back in the day. But there's a subreddit that is called Collapse. That's the name of the subreddit. And the entire thing is about the collapse of everything. Just collapse. To give you an idea of what the board is about, there was a post in there that was like, hey, new people, welcome to the board. Just to let you know, there is no hope. So stop bringing in all your hopium. You go peddle that somewhere else into another board. That's not what collapse is all about. So, like, super doom and gloom. It's so bad that they had to make another subreddit, a companion subreddit called Collapse Support for everybody who was on the collapse board being depressed. This is where I was. I still check it out, but onto my plan. I'm not going to check it out anymore. So I was just feeling really not good about anything. Just like everything is bad. Nothing's going to get better. And I did not want to bring that energy here onto the YouTubes. So I didn't. All right. I don't know if you can tell. This is a stand of goldenweed. So goldenrod, sorry. So here's some goldenrod. It has not bloomed out yet. You can see that it's golden color, but it hasn't bloomed out all of its flowers. Usually they're all these really pretty bright flowers. And then here right next to it, here's an ironweed. You can see this one's a lot taller. This one's about my height. I'm 5'4". This is probably about 5'2". But they get even bigger and they look gorgeous. I'll show you in a few days. They look so good together. What I've found is that I can't live my life like the whole thing is going to fall apart and just collapse at any second, because then I have no motivation to actually do anything. I'm like, why would I do anything if it's all going to fall apart? So I can't do that anymore. I can't. So my goal, what I think I'm going to do, not thinking, I'm going to do, is for this week, we're just going to try it for a week. It's going to be hard. I am going to not go on any type of social media that's like that for 1 week. And this is going to be hard for me, guys. You don't understand. I understand that I'm addicted to this stuff. I'm addicted to the it's like an adrenaline rush in a bad way. It's like staring at a train hitting another train. What do you got? Train wreck. So for a week, I am not going to go look at that stuff. And instead, I'm going to fill my time with other things that are non-screen related, reading books and stuff. I'd like to read the Bible. I'm not a hugely religious person, but I just don't know what else to do. I need peace, so I'm going to be doing that. And and some other things. This is also advice. If you ever feel overwhelmed, as I've been feeling lately, write down everything, brain dump, write down, make lists, try to get a handle on stuff. I just want to feel, I don't need to feel in control, because I believe control is an illusion. So that's not what I'm reaching for. Normally it is. Normally I'm like, I just need to get control of the situation. Once I get control of the situation, then it'll be fine. I don't think that's going to happen. There is so much going on that is just not in my control. And so I want to surrender that. That's why I feel like the Bible might come in handy, because I'm not looking to control the situation. I'm looking to accept and find peace, even in the midst of the stuff I can't control. So, right now that's my plan. If you have any advice, if you're going through the same thing, maybe try giving it up for a while, like looking at stuff. Don't watch the news. Don't read about it. I mean, you paying attention to it is not stopping it. Also, I've heard from people, like, people were not meant to know all the bad stuff going on in the world at the same time. There's a lot of stuff, and there has been a lot of stuff going on for forever. And usually we just didn't know about it. And it's a lot. So that's what I have to say. A lot of breath. Really speaks to my health here. I need to get back in the garden. I have plants that need to be planted, fall stuff that I need to put out, and I will tell you about that and what has been going on with that here in another video. But I just wanted to throw that out there for some accountability. And let me know how you guys are feeling. Do you feel overwhelmed with how everything is as well? And what are you doing to find peace? Catch y'all later.